Nothing is better than starting the regular season off with a win, and that's exactly what the Chicago Bears did yesterday in their 24-17 win over the Tennessee Titans, being down 17-0 entering the middle of the second quarter and scoring 24 unanswered points. This team did not quit, had great adjustments by the coaching staff, and overall, a win is a win. And if you're a part of our live stream on Sunday, you know the theme for this year, positive vibes only. That's what brought the Bears back. Bears Nation helped carry them, and that's why the Bears got the dub. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. My name is Nick Brody, and as always, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to do a more in-depth breakdown of Sunday's win over the Tennessee Titans to help the Bears start off 1-0 and lead the NFC North. And yes, it wasn't an ideal day for Caleb Williams, but guess what? A win's a freaking win, and the kid's going to learn, and he did show that momentum that he does have, and I'm excited to break it all down for you. Now, before I get more into today's show, if you are amped about the Chicago Bears starting the season 1-0 and their big win over the Tennessee Titans, make sure to hit the like button on this video to show your support, along with commenting your favorite player of yesterday's game. I have to go with DeAndre Carter. I think he had an absolutely fantastic game and helped keep the Bears momentum going. And if you haven't already, please could hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 18,000. I am super excited to hit that number. And with your guys' support, we can do it very soon. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Stay up to date on all Chicago Bears news and notifications. So the defense went absolutely crazy. And as you can see, they saved the day. Simply, they won that game for us, spending more than 10 minutes in the offense on the field. It's just they were tired, they were gassed, but they fought deep, and they were able to get the dub for the Chicago Bears. Bears had 3 sacks yesterday, 2 coming from newly acquired Darrell Taylor from the Seattle Seahawks for a 6th-round pick, and then second-year man out of Florida, Gervon Dexter Sr. Tons of pressure on Will Levis in that Tennessee offense, though, getting hit a total of 9 times yesterday by the entire Bears defensive line. But an overall great presence by the defensive line, especially that front 7, and going against a respected Tennessee Titans offensive line. Montez Sweat was a little quiet, though, only having 2 tackles on the day and 1 quarterback pressure. He is battling with a toe injury, but he was double-teamed a ton, guys, and that's opening up other opportunities for Darrell Taylor. So you have 2 good edges. That's what's going to end up happening. This defensive line was definitely making a lot of issues for Will Levis, and that is why we were able to see 2 interceptions yesterday, because the secondary, as I've been saying, is the best in the NFL. Tyrique Stevenson started off with helping get a pick 6 for the comeback of the Bears and gaining the momentum for the rest of the team, followed by Jaylon Johnson, our captain, getting a seal-the-deal interception in the final 2 minutes of the game. There was nothing thrown towards Jaylon Johnson this past Sunday against the Titans. They couldn't do anything with him, and they did all they could to avoid him, and at the end, it truly showed why they were, because he got the interception to seal the deal. The best secondary in football, I've been saying it for months, only allowed 104 passing yards, 2 interceptions, and are second in the NFL at the moment at the recording of this video. And keep this in mind. I'm telling you right now, this team is not going to lose a lot of games, guys. 1-0. I said that they can win up to 12 games, 11 more to go, and they are looking very solid, especially entering next week's game against the Houston Texans, who had a okay game today against the Indianapolis Colts. I'm not as worried about the Texans at the moment. We'll get into that in a little bit, though. So the overall defense for the Chicago Bears, before we get more into the rest of the day, is that they allowed a total of 244 offensive yards for the Titans, 104 passing yards, 140 rushing yards. Tony Pollard had himself a day. Not going to deny that at all. 16 first downs, but the Bears defense did not let anything on third down. 3 for 14 for the Titans. They averaged 4 yards per play, 3 sacks, and 3 total turnovers for this Bears defense. What a day it was. I know Montez Sweat was a little quiet, but doesn't mean he's going to be quiet much longer. This defense is looking good out of the gate. And I was talking about that Houston Texans game. We are having our first viewing party of the year this upcoming Sunday for the Chicago Bears as they take on the Houston Texans on Sunday Night Football. It'll be at Rizzo's Bar and Inn in Wrigleyville, sponsored by Freshie Organic Tequila Seltzer and Authentico Organic Tequila. It's going to be a ton of fun, guys. Tickets are in the description now. $20 tickets get you a drink and a donation to a local Chicago charity. We got already 50 people showing up, and we're hoping to get that number up to 200. We want to party with you guys, and we want the Bears to help cheer them on and make them 2-0. So let's talk about Caleb Williams' day. The Bears won, which is what matters here, and really, seriously, that's all that matters. Williams did have his struggles, though, but that's because his offensive line was absolutely trash yesterday, which in my opinion is a big reason why Caleb Williams didn't have a good day. And also his wide receivers had some pretty big drops, Keenan Allen being one of those in the end zone, which could have gained momentum for not only the game, but also for Caleb Williams. But overall, Caleb Williams had a okay day, but by all means for the Chicago Bears. Only 93 passing yards, but no touchdowns or no interceptions. Almost completed half of his passes. It was a tough day for him overall, guys. I'm not, faulting him too much. Rookie first game. Obviously, we wanted him to have a massive game, but guess what? It happened and he got the win. Good leadership. After the game, he even said himself, he goes, I got to be better than that. That was on me. I gave a lot to the fans and I appreciate them still supporting me after all this. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. But this is what I'll call out about Caleb Williams. Scanned the field very well all day. Made opportunities when he was looking for it. Took the ball when he had to. He did not give up on himself either. He kept rolling, wheeling, and dealing. And also, he showed a wide variety of different play abilities, which is going to help allow Shane Waldron to open up this playbook. And now that they have a game under their hands against the ones, Shane Waldron's going to be able to go out and go, okay, this is what we're going to work on in practice this week. This is the film we're going to look for. So I'm not worried about it. I'm excited to see what he does against the Texans, because if it's back-to-back games like that, then the worry meter will begin. But I'm not worried about it now because the Bears got to win, and that's all that matters for Caleb Williams. And with the Bears being back this upcoming season and with how good they're going to be, I would like to thank today's sponsor, SeatGeek, who makes finding tickets even easier. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app on the market. SeatGeek has more than 70,000 events across their platform, including concerts, sports, festivals, and more. SeatGeek will help you get the best deals for the Bears' upcoming games like the Rams, the Panthers, the Packers, and more. So no matter where you are in the nation, SeatGeek is going to help you out. And you're not going to want to miss out, because SeatGeek has tickets for you every single game. They put all their tickets across the web into one spot for you to make sure you're getting a good deal. And on top of it, each ticket is rated on a 1 to 10 scale. So when you see green dots, that means they're good. Red dots means stay away. You're not getting as good a deal as you deserve. And I came through for you guys on this one. Use my code JUSTANOTHERYEAR for $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek.com. Again, that's $20 off your first purchase with promo code JUSTANOTHERYEAR. Make sure you click on the link in the description now to go get your tickets for the next upcoming game. Quickly going into the rest of the overall offense, the offensive line looked really bad. Coleman Shelton had a terrible day, no denial of that. He was going against one of the league's best defensive tackles in Simmons, but still no excuse there. Also, Ryan Bates, who was constantly in and out for Nate Davis, was getting blown up as well. Nate Davis also in and out with injuries. It was a tough day for the offensive line. Braxton Jones had a couple of killer penalties on top of it too. He did allow a lot of pressure. I'd give him an okay grade on the day because he was holding his own for most of the time, but some of those key plays definitely weren't good timing. Tevin Jenkins had done all right, though. Did have good days, and they helped hold it together. But in order for the rest of this offense to work, these guys need to continue to work together. DeAndre Swift, a guy who heavily relies on that offensive line, did have a pretty nice day, all things considered. But he's only going to be as good as his line allows him to be. 10 carries for 30 yards. He had nothing to work with most of the time and still made things happen. The hurdle that he had was absolutely sick, by the way. We all know that. But the Bears' total offense on the day, not very good. In total, 148 yards of offense, 64 total passing yards, 93 for Caleb Williams, minus that big sack that he had thanks to the offensive line. 84 total rushing yards, 11 first downs, 2 for 13 on third down. So big yikes there. That's got to be an improvement made ASAP. 2.8 yards per play, 2 sacks allowed, but 0 turnovers. Pretty good for the Chicago Bears offense as a whole compared to what we're used to, but still unacceptable and needs to be a lot better. Quickly want to get into DeAndre Carter, and I got to give this guy a shout out because he helped keep this Bears in the game, momentum going, and he did a fantastic job from a kick and punt return perspective. We all saw Velus Jones literally kicked the ball back to the Tennessee Titans. Bears pulled him from kickoffs right away. Put in DeAndre Carter, who had 1 kickoff return for the day for 67 yards, almost broke it, was absolutely fantastic, and what a great signing he looks to be so far because his punt returns were great as well. 5 punt returns for 64 yards, a 12.8 yard per return average. Really good stuff. So I just want to give the spotlight to DeAndre Carter, who's my personal favorite player of the day. Without, I think the Titans been able to game plan as widely as they had to. They would have been more focused in on stuff because he was just another factor that they had to consider. And I thought he had a really nice day. So shout out to him. Overall, guys, again, a win is a win, and I'll pound the table, and I'll cry that to the Roosters come home. A win is a win. The Bears are 1-0. This team is learning them in no matter what it takes. It's been a long time since the Bears have been 1-0, and that looks really good on Caleb Williams' record. Also, Matt Eberflus as well, now 11-24 as the Chicago Bears head coach. The Bears have won 6 of their last 9 games, a solid defensive performance overall by Eberflus' game plan. Great game planning in the second half because we didn't allow any points to the Tennessee Titans, and they couldn't do anything. We turned the ball over. Things were working in the right direction for this team. So I am super excited about what's next, especially as we go on and take on the Houston Texans. And I hope to see you guys at that watch party because it's going to be a ton of fun and very important. Tomorrow, Bears versus Texans preview, so stay tuned for that. But with that, guys, as always, thank you very much for tuning in this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. A Bears win, baby. So make sure you hit the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and comment your player of the day. But with that, as always, I want to hear it loud and proud. Bear down, baby.